welcome to Stellar Forge Mining. Today we're going to take you through a couple of the day-to-day operations and raw footage inside of one of the air-conditioned mining data center locations. We have different locations at different rates. If it's air-conditioned, it's more expensive per kWh. If it is not air-conditioned, it's cheaper. So today we just want to walk you through what it looks like to be at an air-conditioned data center and then some of the day-to-day activities we do. Taking care of a crypto data center has a lot of different needs. For example, here we had a group of folks that came in and wanted to have space within the data center, so we went ahead and got this 100 kilowatt 480 volt transformer. It's a 230 kVA transformer that sits off a 480 Y, and then it turns into a 240 delta. You can see here the primary and the secondary voltages down at the bottom. So the primary are up top. That's where you're running the 480 volts in, and then you're going to be seeing the secondary voltage there as well. You can also see the knockouts over across the left. This unit came all put together. So H1 here, you have your knockouts. This is where you can fit either your armored cable or your actual pipes that are coming out. And then if you look here, this should be a 225 kVA transformer. If you are doing things at home, or let's say you've got another building, what you really want to keep in mind is have an electrician come through. We have done so much electric work and also transformer work that we were able to bring this in fairly quickly. We actually had a push over the weekend to be able to get this done for us, which happened to be Mother's Day, so we could get this in time for folks. So on this transformer is not light. It's about 1,300 pounds, 1,350. They bring it in on a flatbed typically, and you have a floor jack. For example, we did on how we brought this into the building up the ramp and across to where we needed it. We're going to be connecting this to the actual panel that's over there, the breaker panel that connects to the switch panel in the back. It takes a 200 amp 480 connection. We right here have been working with the local electric company from a electrical supply perspective. We've got an armored cable here. That's what you're looking at. We'll show you in just a few minutes what the inside of the armored cable looks like for the requirement. And then that essentially is going to go in the side through the knockout that we showed you earlier. And then each one of those is going to go into here. Those cables we're showing right there is actually the transformer configuration for voltage changes. They do come by default from ASIC monitor panel in the correct configuration, so you don't have to mess with those, which is great. We recommend you have a licensed electrician come in and do the work. So we're going to show you what the cables look like here. These cables, this is 4/0 aluminum. We've got 3 different cables here for the primary voltages for 3-phase 480. We also have on there's an aluminum ground that you're going to see. We actually ended up replacing that ground with an actual ground cable that is sheathed so that it's covered. This 4/0 aluminum is really thick. It pretty much is as thick as you think it would be. So that is what's going to go in the side, and you're going to see here in a minute that the sheathing actually comes off, and you can unwind it down to the length you actually need to be able to get it into the side of the transformer. And then you're going to connect that to H1, H2, and H3 of primary voltages, and then the secondary will run from there. Alright guys, now we've got this pulled out completely here. We cut this on an angle so it wouldn't dig in here. And then this is the packing insulator pieces that you want to pull that down. If you notice, it's on the floor right there. You see the outside, it just unspun, and then here we've got the actual wires here. What we're looking to do is we're probably going to use this second knockout here, because if you notice, it goes about midway through. So our wires will come in here and then string up to H1, H2, and tree right here, and we've got enough wire here to be able to do that. So we're going to want to, I'm going to electrical tape this off here at the end, and then this thing, I don't know if you can see it, sorry guys, this right here is going to go right there, and then this is going to slide into here, and then on the other side it'll screw on to stay. This knockout was a little too big, so we're creating our own with this Milwaukee bulldozer. It's a 2-inch carbide, which allows you to get through the steel here. So as you can see, we got that taken care of. And then now that's going to allow us to be able to put this right in here and connect in the hose on the other side. We are all put back together and ready to go. Powered it up, tested it, it's working, so very happy. With hotter months, we also have to plan for additional air conditioning. We're going to show you a supplemental air conditioning unit that we have at one of the locations. This is just additional in case, but it's better to have it than not. Today we're out here actually changing the air filters on one of the air conditioning units at one of the locations, one of the custom air products. So if you look here, you can see up at the top you've got the fans. Down here we're actually just sliding in the actual filters. If you can look, these get pretty dirty. So we're going to change these out today, and then this machine actually drops it around 40 degrees temperature. It's not a it's essentially around 5600 CFM for those of you that know, and then this will go in around here and then come out this side, and then we are using this right now as additional air conditioning that is supplemental. You can see the generator here, diesel tank that we've got running there. This is just going inside of the building to add additional AC this summer. As the temps get very high, we want to have backup air conditioning, so we make sure we have what it is that we need. All right, you can see now we got the air filters in, super clean. We'll probably power wash this off a little bit to make sure we got everything looking real good, but excited about this, ready for the summer. Got everything moving. Hope you're doing well. Here we're showing you the additional ventilation that gets added to make sure that we equate the CFM output of the units with additional CFM output from ventilation in the building to make sure we have consistent temperature. It's raining a little bit, but very happy yesterday. We got these put in, added additional ventilation. These fans move about 6,700 cubic feet per minute. We've got 2 of these here. We've got multiple fans around the rest of the building at this location. So we're moving. We're going to go through here and sort of paint around the outside here and have this moving so we get the heat removed. You can definitely feel the heat right here. I wish you could see my jacket. You feel this heat all the way out the building. It's probably about 115 degrees in there, which is actually what we want, because that's the exhaust temperature of the actual miners. If you do not remove the heat, you're going to see a temperature increase, sometimes up to 130 degrees. So that's why you have these fans to keep things moving. Thanks for joining us today. These are some examples of just the activities that took place this last week. There's obviously so much more that goes into an air-conditioned data center. If you're looking for space, reach out to us and we can chat. Have a great day. Bye.